Hey everybody, it's iCrafts, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make this bracelet, which is an original design. It is called the Jenna Bracelet because I couldn't think of a name, and Jenna, her username is LoomGirl52, told me to name this the Jenna Bracelet, so that's what it's called. This is the back. And some people said it looks like the mini Caparina bracelet, but I assure you it is different. So if you make this, be sure to post it on Instagram to the hashtag iCraftStuff. And also give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe for more videos. So without further ado, let's get started. So as for supplies, today you'll be needing a C-clip or S-clip, any type of loom, and you only need 2 pin bars, but they do have to be in the offset configuration like my loom is. You'll also need a hook, and I recommend using a mounted hook just because there is some tension. And then for bands, I'll be using limited edition frost for the border, and then for the insides, I'll be using limited edition gold mint and satin lavender, I think it's called. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we can jump right into making this bracelet. So this bracelet has a pretty standard setup. You're just going to be making a border, and I'm going to ignore this pin bar right here. So actually, going to go ahead and take it off so it's not distracting, because we will not be needing it at all for this bracelet. And sorry, there was a hair on my loom. But now I'm going to be taking my frost band, and sorry if it's kind of hard to see because it is pretty much clear, but I'm going to just be connecting these 2 pin bars and then going up all the way. And for this bracelet, I might fast forward through some parts because I asked on Instagram what you preferred, and almost everyone said fast forwarding through parts instead of going through the entire process or just cutting parts out. So that's what I'll do. So I will just be back once I have reached the top of my loom. So then I'm just going to close it off like this, and then that is it for the border. The rest of it is pretty simple too. We're just going to be making a single chain, like a zigzag pattern. So I will be alternating so I can get this color pattern right here. And you don't have to do 2 colors at all. You could do a rainbow. I think that would look really pretty. And these bands are kind of sticky, so that's why I seem like I'm really fumbling to grab them. So just a zigzag. This is probably the most commonly used placement, but now I'm going to turn my loom around and use my frost band to make a cat band. And now we can begin the hooking process. So for this, I'm going to begin by just grabbing my hook, going inside the cat band and looping out. Oops. I'm going to loop out both of the frost bands. And then I'm going to start on the right side, and I'm going to be kind of doing like the Swiss braid pattern, which is designed by M's Loom Creations. So I'm going to dig down, and I'm going to be grabbing the very bottom frost band, so I'm just ignoring the purple for now. And instead of looping it forwards, I'm going to actually be looping it diagonally upwards from that peg, so to the end of the purple. So it's kind of a long stretch, and it will be on the opposite side. And now I'm going to grab this purple band, and you're not going to be going inside any pegs, you're actually just going to be going on the outside. So right here, and this is kind of tricky, but I'm going to just grab it from the outside, and I'm going to pull it over to where the other end is. So it will be very loose, but that's how it's supposed to be. And now I'm going to dig down through all the layers on this peg right here, and I'm going to grab the bottom frost band, And again, it's supposed to go forwards, but I'm going to go diagonally upwards from that, so it's a long stretch. And now I'm going to be grabbing this gold mint band. Sorry, I keep zooming in and out. And I find it easier to go towards the top because there are so many bands here, but it's a little easier if you just grab it from right there and just loop it to wherever the other end is. You're going to be going on the outside for all of these bands. Never go inside and grab like that. And so I just did this side. Now I'm going to move on over here and loop the bottom frost band. And you always want to loop the frost band in that peg before you're going to do the colored band. And again, it's supposed to go forwards, but I'm going diagonally upwards from that peg. And now going on the outside, so I'm going to just grab the purple from the outside and loop it over. And then going inside this peg, not looping it forwards, but going diagonally upwards. And then grabbing the gold mint from the outside and loop it over there. So the pattern should look super crazy right now, but I promise it'll turn out actually surprisingly neat. I didn't have to untwist a single band in this bracelet, which is really surprising because usually I twist a ton of bands. So now I'm going to go inside this peg and loop it diagonally, long stretch, and then grab that purple band and loop it across. So I'm going to be continuing this and always doing that long stretch with the frost band before I go from the outside, always, and grab the gold mint band. So the most important thing is to always go on the outside. You never want to go inside pegs and grab the bands that are colored. So I'm going to go a little bit of my loom, and then I might fast forward, I might not, it really depends how long this takes. So feel free to rewind the video. Really can't talk today. So I will just continue. And these frost bands are surprisingly stretchy, so you can do this bracelet with limited edition bands and it won't like break them, or probably just be kind of gentle. You can actually grab this with your fingers and pull it over. I mean, I don't recommend it, but you can do it. Like, it definitely works. Because you don't have to go inside any bands, and it should be the loosest out of them, so you can really just grab it. But I'm getting to the end, so I'm going to loop this to this peg as usual. And it only gets a little bit different here. So, for example, for this band, there's no peg up here, so I'm just going to loop it diagonally, like that. And then this just goes where the other end is. So now that is the finished looping process. I know it looks pretty crazy right now, but these bands should be pretty loose. I really hope that made sense. And now I'm going to remove everything from my loom except for this top peg as usual. So I have the end on my hook, and you can see this is what it looks like. And it's pretty neat. So now I'm going to just make an extension. So that is how you make the Jenna bracelet, and once again this was my original design, even though it is named after Loom Girl 52. And I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any original designs, feel free to DM me on Instagram. My username is _iCrafts_. And although I can't say yes to everyone, I definitely am looking for some more designs to make tutorials on. So thank you so much for watching, and once again give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. and I will just see you in my next tutorial.